Oh yeah, good point.
Start out with laying all of the mineral boxes in front of the cases that they'll be in. Or into the cases. Dave Bunk helping out. First case being filled. All the rest are empty.
Gets a backing first, though. I made backdrops, and if I forget to put those in, I'm in trouble. So I can find my stuff, you know? Now I got to figure out how the paperwork is. Talking about possibly having an art display, and they've asked me if I consider putting some pieces in if I paint some. That could be fun.
When would that be for?
That would be in the Tucson show.
Oh, for the Tucson, okay.
Yeah.
First case. Working on the next case.
How's that for a Bristol Chalcocite?
Yeah.
That was the cover on 2 different magazines, Matrix and Rocks and Minerals. That's a beauty. Wash the cabinets.
Give you an idea of the size of the display area. There's Gail way over there setting up.
Oh yeah, okay, sure, then I'll do that, absolutely. Because I'm done with that case now anyway.
That way I can, that's why I was asking. That's why I was asking if we put it in this tag feed.
First time this has ever been on public display, although it's been photographed once, published.
Really?
It's given the nature of what it is, it's hard to, I'm always scared to travel with it. It's so very fragile. Just a whole huge layer of rutile stars on rhyolite.
Wow.
Out of Brazil. That was featured in what's in Tucson in 2004. I kind of stumbled across, reading an old issue, I stumbled across a photo of that our piece, so I checked it, sure enough it was. And so I've been really antsy about traveling with it, and but boy, it looks like everything came in one piece. big, bright hematites. I'm almost afraid to tip it over. I don't know what's going to fall off of it. Nothing. Ha!
All right.
It came in one piece.
Traveled well.
It did. Came 1,700 miles without any obvious damage.
Well, bringing it yourself probably helped a lot.
Well, that's precisely why we did it. There was a lot of things we wanted to bring and we didn't dare give to anybody else. You know, I don't know if you saw this box. I had it cradled with this bubble wrap to set it in there, and then I didn't close anything down. I glued or taped the flaps open and then covered it with a plastic bag, so it was in a bubble, in effect. And you could obviously see that this was something different and special. Put it someplace where it's not going to fall over or something's not going to fall on it.
Yeah.
And that seemed to work. I got here in one piece. I'm pleased to say. So we'll put this in the. This is going to be representative. The end case we're doing is going to be the 6 continents. So we have one specimen from each of the 6 continents in that case, and this obviously is South America. And,
good choice.
Well, I don't even see a needle. There's not even a hint of a. I can't believe it. I'm just giddy. These things are so fragile. There's not even a hint of the brassiness of the needles down there. Somewhere around here I've got a couple of feet. Better not even do that. Oh, not sure. I'll if you will. This post is not.
Looks good. Looks like I want to touch it.
Diagrams you may have seen online. There was a. This is the way the guy does it.
Yeah.
This is the way Gail does it. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Her diagram in this case is this. My diagram in this case is that.
I think hers is a little easier to read.
A little easier to read. Well, as I was trying to design and figure out, well, what would fit in here? It's a question of what could I get in? How deep was the case? What dimensions I have? You know, some of these things are. The one I'm about to pull out is like 55 centimeters. It's this big.
Wow.
And how do you get something like that to fit? And will it fit? Is there room for everything else? So I was going to scale since I had the dimensions of this cabinet. I was trying to determine, all right, from my drawing, how does that fit in if I downscale it, an engineer approach to things, and come up with a layout that made sense and worked. And this is what I ended up with. And of course, Gail's example was just as effective, but it was a little simpler.
Yep.
That's part of the he said, she said.
Well, no matter what, it's going to be a beautiful cabinet.
We had to lay it out in our dining room, kitchen counter.
Yeah.
This is the left side, right side of the case, we hope. So there's 6 pieces from each of the 6 continents here.
Very beautiful. And it sheds. I need to know how this goes on this base. I have no clue.